Hey, Richard, it's Josh with your online marketing and social media audit. And before we dig in, I just want to let you know if you have any follow-up questions, certainly reach out. I'm going to just sort of quickly go through, talk about just basically my raw reaction to what you're doing and just some thoughts and ideas and just some things that to think about more than anything. Before I do that, though, I want to point out a couple of things. One, I want to make sure, well, first of all, here's what I'm going to point you to. If you have not already done this, work through the Start Here process in the members area, because a lot of what I'm going to recommend and encourage you to think about is already outlined step by step by step throughout this Start Here process. So if you have not done that yet, that would be like critical, ideal for you to do as quickly as possible. And just go through that process and take the steps as outlined there. Incidentally, this picture's cracking me up. I love this picture. As far as your personal profile, I don't have any recommendations here. I think you're doing some fun stuff. You're engaging people. You've clearly got a captive audience, an audience that you do have engagement with because they're liking and commenting and sharing, etc. So kudos there. So let's look at your Team Cure Realty site. It's a pretty good looking site. I like it. It's clean, it's simple, which is great. I don't know if we could optimize this up here a little bit better. Just kind of thinking out loud. San Fernando Valley, I get that is, that's your target audience, which is great. I don't know how broad of an audience that is. So, one question I would have is that too broad of an audience? Meaning, should you narrow your focus to, for example, Woodland Hills? And I don't have the answer for you. I can't answer that specifically for you because I don't know how big of an audience San Fernando Valley is, quote unquote. What I do know is if we go over here, let's pull up Woodland Hills and see. So Woodland Hills homeowners, there are 11,000 on Facebook. So we are just looking at people who live in Woodland Hills who are homeowners who are on Facebook. So this is the potential reach you could have if you narrowed your focus to just Woodland Hills, just as an example. Now, I talk a lot about this process, and we go into detail on this in the orientation call, which is going to be the second or third step in this Start Here process. So if you were not with us live and or haven't watched the recording of that, I would highly recommend that you do that as soon as possible. I love the fact that you are doing video content, and there is definitely a ton of opportunity to leverage that content with the client alchemist action plans and sort of the processes that we recommend. So that's awesome. We'll definitely have ways to leverage that. And I don't know, I'm not sure what other content you have on here because I don't see any nav. Sorry, just playing around here. Let's check out blog. Doesn't seem. So you are posting fairly regularly. Good. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. Okay, so here is a big tweak that I'm going to recommend that you think about doing is moving from a branded fan page to an unbranded page. So a page like San Fernando Valley Homes and Lifestyles or Woodland Hills Homes and Lifestyles. And part of the process in the Start Here process and the map that we've created for Client Alchemist Pro members includes the ability to brand yourself on your unbranded page. But when you are leading with a branding page like this and you start implementing the action plans, it creates a barrier for engagement and connection with the audience you're trying to attract, because their guard immediately is up because it's salesperson. This person is a salesperson, which you are, but we want to make it as easy as possible for the ideal audience we're trying to attract to us, or we are attracting to us, to connect and engage with us. And then we can let them, see the brand and connect with the people behind the brand. Okay? Again, all of this, I think we walk through very strategically and incrementally in the Start Here process and in the action plans, etc. Twitter, I don't know if these are, actual local followers. If they are, kudos, that's great. I'm not sure what this successful by design. I like what you're doing here. I'm just trying to soak it all in here. Okay, so it looks like your wife does the staging, which is awesome, right? See, so here's the other reason why you want to create an unbranded themed fan page, because you can build a massive audience of your ideal client, and your wife can be publishing content there, you can be publishing content there, and you can serve multiple purposes with that one audience. You can provide value to them in different ways to that one audience. And so, this is a great site. This is a beautiful looking site, and one that you can leverage a lot. But I think first and foremost is building up that audience so that you have a platform to publish and promote content to attract people and to get the ideal client to take the end desired result. Okay? So, I don't have too much to critique about this, other than let's create an audience and a platform, i.e. the fan page, an unbranded page, that you can then use as a platform for promoting the content here, promoting content on your other blog, leveraging video content that you've already got and are continuing to create, etc., which is the process we're going to walk you through as the Start Here survey and in the action plans, etc. So, like I said, if you have any follow-up questions, let me know. If not, the best thing that you can do right now is just to work through this Start Here process. So thank you, kudos, and I'm sure we'll talk again real soon in some form or fashion.